Imagine just for a moment that the most powerful tool for a meaningful, fulfilled life isn't something you can buy, earn, or be given by others. It's already within you, waiting to be discovered and harnessed. This isn't just a thought experiment, it's a reality grounded in the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided countless individuals through the ages toward living with purpose, resilience, and tranquility. Stoicism teaches us that the key to a life well lived isn't found in external accolades or material success, but in mastering the art of valuing ourselves through the virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. It's a powerful reminder that despite the chaos and challenges of the external world, we hold within us the unshakable foundation for our own well-being and happiness. We're peeling back the layers of societal expectations and self-doubt to uncover the timeless Stoic principles that can transform the way we see ourselves and our place in the world. This journey is about more than just self-improvement. It's about rediscovering our inherent worth and learning to live in alignment with our deepest values. So if you're ready to unlock the doors to personal freedom, resilience, and fulfillment, you're in the right place. Let's embark on this adventure together, exploring how the wisdom of Stoicism can illuminate the path to valuing ourselves like never before. The only thing I ask of you is not to skip this video in any way. If you're here, consider yourself different from the majority. Consider yourself an exception. Now act like one and don't skip any part of the content. Number 1, accepting less than you deserve. It's something we've all been guilty of at one point or another, right? Whether it's sticking around in a job that drains the life out of us, staying in relationships that don't uplift us, or not chasing after the dreams we hold dear. Because we're scared, we settle, we compromise. We tell ourselves this is as good as it gets. But why do we do that? Is it fear? Is it comfort? Or maybe it's a bit of both. Stoicism teaches us that our true worth, our essence, isn't swayed by these external circumstances. Whether you're in a palace or a prison, Stoicism tells us that what truly defines us is not our situation, but how we respond to it. It's about recognizing that while we may not have control over every aspect of our lives, we have the ultimate power over our own perceptions, judgments, and actions. Think about it. When we accept less than we deserve, aren't we essentially saying that our external circumstances have more power over us than we do? Stoicism invites us to challenge that notion. It encourages us to ask ourselves, is this situation aligning with my values? Am I responding to this in a way that reflects my true worth? And if the answer is no, Stoicism doesn't just leave us there in a state of despair. No, it empowers us. It says, look, you have the power to change your perception, to choose your response, and in doing so, to transform your reality. So when you find yourself accepting less than you deserve, remember this Stoic wisdom. Remind yourself that your worth is not determined by your job title, your relationship status, or the size of your bank account. Your worth is determined by your ability to remain true to your values, to act with courage, wisdom, and integrity, no matter the circumstances. This isn't about blaming ourselves for our situations, but about empowering ourselves to see and seize the control we do have. Let's not settle for less, not because we're entitled or arrogant, but because we recognize our inherent worth. Let's respond to life's challenges with the strength and resilience that come from knowing who we are and what we stand for. And when we do that, we're not just living, we're thriving in true Stoic fashion. Stoicism, with its profound understanding of human nature, doesn't encourage us to boast or inflate our egos, but what it does encourages a fair and honest recognition of our own efforts and virtues. Sign number 2, minimizing your achievements. Why? Because acknowledging our achievements is not about feeding our pride. It's about recognizing the work, the discipline, the perseverance it took to get there. It's about honoring our commitment to our goals and our adherence to our values. Let's break it down a bit in Stoicism. Virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are central when you achieve something. No matter how big or small, it's often because you've exercised these virtues. Maybe it took courage to apply for that job, wisdom to navigate the challenges along the way, or discipline, a form of temperance, to organize that closet. When you attribute your success to luck or diminish it as something anyone could do, you're not just undervaluing the outcome, you're undervaluing the virtues you practice to get there. So how do we change this mindset? How do we start acknowledging our achievements without tipping into arrogance? The Stoic approach is all about balance and honesty. It's about saying, yes, I worked hard for this. Yes, I faced challenges and overcame them. And yes, this achievement is a reflection of my effort and my virtues. It's about giving yourself credit where credit is due, not for the sake of your ego, but for the sake of truth. Now, I want you to think about something you've achieved recently. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Think about the virtues you practiced to achieve it. Maybe you showed incredible discipline. Maybe you took a brave step out of your comfort zone, or perhaps you used your wisdom to solve a problem. Whatever it is, take a moment to acknowledge it. Recognize the virtues behind the achievement. This exercise isn't about patting yourself on the back. It's about seeing the truth of your own character and effort. Embracing this Stoic practice can transform the way we view our successes and ourselves. It moves us away from false modesty and towards a genuine appreciation of our own strengths and capabilities. It teaches us that acknowledging our achievements isn't about ego, it's about recognizing the virtues we've embodied and the hard work we've put in. It's a common scenario, isn't it? Whether it's staying late at work to help a colleague, skipping your morning run to make breakfast for your family, or putting your own dreams on hold to support someone else's. It feels noble, selfless, even heroic at times. But here's the twist. Constantly putting others first at the expense of your own well-being can lead to burnout. Sign number 3, prioritizing others' needs over your own resentment and a loss of self. It's like trying to fill cups from an empty pitcher. Eventually, you run out. Stoicism isn't about being detached or selfish. In fact, it places great emphasis on virtue and the betterment of society. However, it also teaches us the critical importance of self-care. Why? Because caring for oneself isn't selfish. It's the foundation of being able to care for others effectively. Let's unpack this a bit. Stoicism teaches us about the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within our control and what isn't. Our own thoughts, beliefs, actions, and yes, self-care are within our control. The well-being of others, as much as we may wish otherwise, isn't directly under our control. What we can control, however, is how well equipped we are to offer help, support, and love to those around us. And that starts with taking care of ourselves. Think about it this way: when you're well rested, healthy, and at peace, how much more patient, understanding, and present are you for the people in your life? How much more effectively can you contribute to their well-being? This isn't just about physical health, it's about mental and emotional resilience. It's about having the inner resources to be compassionate, to offer wise counsel, and to be a source of stability and strength for others. So, how do we strike this balance? How do we ensure we're not neglecting our own needs in the process of helping others? It starts with recognizing that self-care isn't a luxury or an afterthought. It's a necessity. It means making time for things that replenish us, whether that's exercise, meditation, reading, or simply spending a few quiet moments alone. It means setting boundaries and being okay with saying no when we need to. And it means doing these things not out of self-indulgence, but out of a commitment to being our best selves for the people we care about. I want to challenge you to think about one way you can prioritize your own well-being this week. Maybe it's committing to a daily walk, carving out time for a hobby you love, or setting boundaries around your work hours. Whatever it is, remember that this act of self-care isn't just for you. It's a way of ensuring that when you do show up for others, you're showing up as the best version of yourself. Stoicism teaches us the importance of viewing ourselves objectively. Number 4, struggling to accept compliments. This means recognizing and acknowledging our strengths just as openly as we recognize our weaknesses. So how do we shift this mindset? How do we start accepting compliments without feeling like we're boasting? It starts with recognizing that accepting a compliment isn't about inflating our ego, it's about recognizing our worth. It's about acknowledging the virtues and qualities within us that others appreciate. How do we do this? It begins with understanding our own intrinsic value, recognizing our inherent dignity and worth as human beings. It means seeing ourselves not as perfect or flawless, but as worthy of love, respect, and admiration, just like everyone else. When someone compliments you, instead of deflecting or downplaying it, try simply saying, "Thank you." Allow yourself to receive the compliment graciously, without feeling the need to qualify or minimize it. Remember, accepting a compliment isn't an act of arrogance, it's an act of humility, acknowledging that none of us achieve anything alone and that we all have qualities worth celebrating. So, the next time someone pays you a compliment, I challenge you to simply say, "Thank you," and let their words sink in. Recognize that their words aren't just about stroking your ego. They're a reflection of the goodness, kindness, and beauty they see within you. By embracing this practice, we not only allow ourselves to receive the love and appreciation we deserve, but we also create space for others to do the same. We become beacons of light, shining not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. Sign number 5, avoiding decision-making. Stoicism teaches us that wise decision-making doesn't guarantee outcomes, but is based on wisdom and reason. While we can't control the outcomes, we have complete control over the decision-making process. It's about aligning choices with our values, acting with integrity, and accepting outcomes as part of life's flow. Why do we fear making decisions? Often, it's because we're afraid of making the wrong choice, leading to perceived failures or mistakes. However, Stoicism invites us to reframe mistakes and failures. Every outcome is an opportunity for learning and growth. There are no failures, only lessons. This perspective encourages us to trust ourselves to make decisions with courage and confidence, knowing that whatever the result, it contributes to our development. How do we cultivate this trust? It starts with embracing wisdom and reason. Before deciding, reflect. Does this choice align with my values? Am I acting with integrity? By grounding decisions in core values and reason, we ensure that our choices were made with the best intentions and understanding at the time. Stoicism emphasizes accepting and learning from decision outcomes. Every result, whether hoped for or not, holds valuable insights. Reflecting on these lessons fosters self-trust, reassuring us that we're capable of navigating life's uncertain waters and growing from every experience. Sign number 6, excessive self-criticism. Why do we fall into excessive self-criticism? Often it's because we measure ourselves against impossible standards we wouldn't hold others to. Stoicism offers an antidote: self-compassion and progress over perfection. Self-compassion isn't about making excuses, but treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, recognizing setbacks as part of the human experience. Stoicism teaches progress, not perfection. Every effort, even those not yielding results, is a step forward. Stoicism challenges the comparison trap by focusing on our personal growth, virtues, and progress. Rather than measuring ourselves against others, we admire their virtues without diminishing our own value or progress. Sign number 7, constant comparison with others. Practicing mindfulness helps catch comparison tendencies, reminding that social media often shows curated lives. Stoicism values focusing on what's within our control, our efforts, attitudes, and virtues, fostering personal significance independent of external validation. Gratitude plays a role in anchoring us in the present and appreciating our journeys. Stoicism teaches inspiration over comparison, admiring others' virtues without diminishing our own value. By aligning with Stoic principles, we combat the comparison trap, focusing on personal growth, virtues, and progress. Sign number 8, insufficient personal investment. To embark on the journey of self-investment in alignment with Stoic philosophy, we must first shift our mindset. It starts with recognizing self-improvement as an indispensable, non-negotiable aspect of our lives. This doesn't entail an overnight overhaul, but rather making consistent, incremental investments in ourselves. These investments can take various forms, from reading books on topics that fascinate us to dedicating a few minutes each day to meditation, or engaging in hobbies that bring us joy. Stoicism underscores the importance of reflection and self-examination. By regularly assessing our strengths and areas for growth, we can guide our personal investment efforts effectively. Setting goals and reflecting on our progress fosters a sense of purpose and direction in our lives, aligning our actions with our values and cultivating virtues. Additionally, embracing lifelong learning is paramount in Stoic philosophy. Wisdom is viewed not as a destination but as a journey, and adopting a mindset of curiosity and openness to new experiences transforms our perception of personal investment. It becomes an adventure, an opportunity to explore the vast landscapes of knowledge and experience that life offers. True validation, according to Stoicism, comes from within. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that it's not the opinions of others that disturb us, but our own judgments about those opinions. Seeking external validation often stems from insecurity and a fear of inadequacy, perpetuated by societal messages about who we should be or what we should have. Stoicism urges us to redirect our focus inward, cultivating our character and living a life of virtue. Breaking free from the chains of external validation entails recognizing that true peace and fulfillment come from living true to ourselves, rather than seeking fleeting approval from others. It requires a commitment to aligning our actions with our values and principles, regardless of external opinions. By embracing Stoic principles and focusing on our intrinsic worth, we can liberate ourselves from the need for external validation and forge a path of authenticity and fulfillment. Sign number 9, seeking external validation. The first step in overcoming the urge for external validation is cultivating self-awareness. By attentively observing our inclination to seek approval, we can begin to question the motives behind our actions. Are our pursuits driven by alignment with our values or by the desire for recognition? Stoicism underscores the importance of regular self-reflection to scrutinize our intentions and ensure they are grounded in our own values and principles. Another effective Stoic strategy to combat the need for external validation is the development of self-sufficiency. This doesn't entail isolation or indifference to others, but rather finding contentment and fulfillment within ourselves. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasizes directing our focus towards what lies within our control and relinquishing attachment to what does not. By nurturing inner contentment, we diminish reliance on external sources of validation. Stoicism also prompts us to reassess our definition of success. Rather than gauge in success solely by external recognition or achievements, Stoicism teaches us to measure it by our ability to live in accordance with our values. Success, from a Stoic standpoint, is about the pursuit of virtue, the exercise of reason, and the cultivation of resilience in the face of life's challenges. Often, We find ourselves navigating through life's dense forests, where every step feels like a struggle, be it in a draining workplace or in undervaluing personal relationships. The decision to endure such negative environments often stems from a deep-seated belief that we do not merit better circumstances. However, Stoicism offers us both a mirror and a map. Stoic philosophy recognizes the significant impact of our environment on our ability to live virtuously and find contentment. Yet it also emphasizes our responsibility in shaping our surroundings and selecting our associations wisely. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic thinker, reminds us that our inner peace is not dictated by external circumstances, but by our responses to them. The tolerance of negative environments often stems from underestimating our capacity for change. We may fear the unknown, cling to familiarity, or doubt our worth. Stoicism challenges these apprehensions by prompting us to acknowledge our inherent value and the agency we possess in shaping our lives. Sign number 10. Tolerance of negative environments. Stoicism urges us to challenge the belief that we are trapped by circumstances, emphasizing our agency to change both our situations and our perspectives. It equips us with tools to navigate and transform our environments, one of which is cultivating inner resilience and autonomy. This doesn't entail adopting an indifferent or detached stance, but rather strengthening our inner citadel, as Marcus Aurelius described it, so we can remain steadfast in our values even amidst chaos and negativity. By nurturing a strong inner core, we become less vulnerable to the toxicity of our surroundings and more capable of making choices that align with our well-being. Another Stoic principle guiding us is the idea of living in harmony with nature, which involves seeking environments that support our growth, health, and happiness. This means actively seeking out or creating conducive environments and recognizing our inherent worthiness of respect, kindness, and positive interactions. It entails making conscious decisions not to settle for less, which may involve setting boundaries in personal relationships, pursuing new opportunities in our careers, or surrounding ourselves with more supportive and positive influences. Additionally, investing time and energy into cultivating a personal environment through practices like meditation, journaling, or engaging in hobbies that support our mental and emotional well-being is crucial. Fear often grips us due to our acute awareness of potential losses, failure, wasted time and effort, or judgment from others. Stoicism acknowledges these fears, but prompts us to weigh them against the potential for growth, fulfillment, and the realization of our dreams. It teaches us that the pursuit of virtue and excellence aligned with our nature is inherently worthwhile regardless of the outcome. One Stoic practice that helps us overcome the fear of pursuing our dreams is the premeditation of evils, also known as negative visualization. This involves contemplating worst-case scenarios, not to dwell on them, but to diminish their power over us by considering potential hardships and preparing ourselves mentally and emotionally. Sign number 11. Fear of pursuing dreams. The fear of pursuing our dreams often acts as a formidable barrier, preventing us from stepping into the fullness of our potential. However, Stoicism provides profound insights into confronting and overcoming this fear, enabling us to embrace our aspirations with courage and determination. Stoicism teaches us to confront our fears with rationality and resilience. Instead of allowing fear to immobilize us, Stoicism encourages us to acknowledge our fears and accept them as part of the human experience. By recognizing that failure is not the end, but a natural part of growth, we can approach our dreams with a balanced perspective, understanding that setbacks are opportunities for learning and development. Central to Stoic philosophy is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. This principle invites us to embrace whatever life throws our way, not with resignation, but with enthusiasm. By fully accepting the joys and challenges of pursuing our dreams, we open ourselves to the richness of human experience, embracing every twist and turn of our journey with equanimity and resolve. Moreover, Stoicism reminds us that true worth does not stem from external achievements or the approval of others. Instead, it arises from living in alignment with our virtues and values. By focusing on cultivating our character and acting with integrity, kindness, and courage, we liberate ourselves from the need for external validation and find fulfillment in the pursuit of our authentic selves. In essence, Stoicism empowers us to transcend the fear of pursuing our dreams and to live a life guided by purpose and meaning. By internalizing Stoic principles, we can navigate the uncertainties of life with grace and resilience, embracing every opportunity for growth and self-discovery along the way. Sign number 12. Failure to recognize your own worth. Failure to recognize our own worth is a common obstacle to personal growth and happiness. Stoicism provides valuable insights to address this challenge by emphasizing the inherent nature of our worth and promoting practices that foster self-awareness and perspective. To cultivate a Stoic understanding of our intrinsic worth, we must engage in self-reflection, acknowledging our virtues, efforts, and resilience. Practicing gratitude for our character traits and abilities reinforces the recognition that our true worth lies within, rather than in external validation or achievements. Detaching from the opinions of others and the fleeting nature of accomplishments is crucial in Stoic philosophy. This shift in perspective allows us to focus on what truly matters and find fulfillment in living virtuously. By challenging the misconception that happiness depends on external factors, Stoicism encourages us to align our actions with our values and pursue a life of meaning and purpose. Through Stoic principles, we can overcome the failure to recognize our own worth, leading to greater self-acceptance, contentment, and fulfillment in our lives. Sign number 13. Feeling unworthy of happiness and the practice of reason. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and to let go of what isn't. This perspective empowers us to take charge of our happiness, to create it through our daily choices and attitudes. How can we embrace this Stoic approach to happiness? It starts with changing our narrative about worthiness. We must challenge the belief that happiness is conditional on achievements, external validation, or perfection. Instead, we should view happiness as inherent in the practice of living virtuously, in making the best choices available to us, and in appreciating the present moment. Additionally, Stoicism teaches the importance of gratitude. By practicing gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. Conclusion and call to action. In conclusion, Stoicism offers invaluable guidance for overcoming obstacles such as seeking external validation, tolerating negative environments, and failing to recognize our own worth. By shifting our perspective, cultivating inner resilience, and aligning our actions with our values, we can navigate life's challenges with courage and conviction. Stoicism teaches us that happiness is not contingent upon external circumstances, but rather stems from within, from living virtuously and embracing the present moment. It emphasizes the importance of community and support, recognizing that our worthiness of happiness is affirmed by the collective wisdom and love of those around us. As we journey through life, let us remember that we hold the power to shape our own destiny and find fulfillment. Despite the inevitable challenges we may face, we are deserving of happiness, capable of achieving our dreams, and worthy of love and success. I encourage you to delve deeper into Stoic practices and share this wisdom with others. By spreading the principles of Stoicism, we can empower individuals to recognize their worth and pursue their happiness with courage and conviction. Thank you for joining Stoic Journal today. Until next time, live bravely, love deeply, and embrace the joy that is your birthright.